Now from the start, Heat 3, Round 6 of the Shell Australian Touring Car Championship. Russell Ingall, the man under the spotlight, just moments away from the start, gets the green light, smokes up the rear tyres. There's going to be a drag race between him and the two Fords of John Bowe and Glenn Seaton. They'll set down to Repco corner, 3 wide, but Seaton's got the jump. Bowe's going to try and attack on the outside and switch across in front of Ingall as they go under brakes. But he got high and dry. Ingall and Bowe come to blows, but they get through reasonably tidily and head up toward turn 2. But look at this. Longhurst up the inside of Ingall. He wants second position. Ingall hangs on to third. There's a major traffic jam behind them as they push their way through. Lowndes back in the pack as well. They come over the rise for the first time. Perkins wants a slice of the action, putting the pressure on Wade Gardner as they head down the back straight.
Great start by Glenn Seaton, but what about the aggression of Tony Longhurst? Boy, oh boy, talk about shortcutting the corners.
He really is on fire here. His development program throughout the year. He's got his hands on some very good Yokohama tyres this weekend, and just showing the difference tyres make in this 5-litre formula. Tony Longhurst, very, very competitive at Calder Park this afternoon as they come onto the pit straight for the first time. Big lead from Glenn Seaton as they belt across the start-finish line to complete one lap. Look at Longhurst, the Castrol Army, Ford and Holden. Ingall bearing down on the Castrol Ford. Hard under brakes, goes very, very deep. In fact, they'll go side by side into Repco corner. He comes through. Bowe tries to take advantage of 2 and does very well. So Longhurst loses 2 positions as they break for Repco.
That probably took Longhurst a bit by surprise. He didn't go over to cover his line, and he'd be very disappointed and kicking himself a bit. But he certainly had the speed in the second heat, and if he can just hang on to these guys, hopefully he'll run them down a bit towards the end of the race.
Dick Johnson, meanwhile, has got his mirrors full of Sega Commodore. Mark Scaife bearing down on him from behind. So Johnson and the Ford meet in a Holden sandwich at the moment. This battle for 6th, 7th and 8th. There's Scaife right up behind. And is that Craig Lowndes?
No, it's actually
Peter Brock coming through. Lowndes back in 12th position. Brock now in 10th. So HRT putting on a big fight back through the field. Look at Scaife moving over to cover his territory. 260 kilometres an hour, hard on the brakes. 4 of them in a row. Bowe gets Johnson, gets really close behind Gardner. The train just hooked up. Little tap once again to tell him he means business. Gardner feeling the pressure, the heat of Johnson through turn 3, up over the rise once again, accelerating hard. As Dunlop race cam shows you quite graphically, back toward the flip top, building up to 190 k's flat through here, continuing up to 230 kilometres an hour before they brake hard again. A very hard place on brakes, this, Brad.
Certainly is, and there's Scaife having a big go here. There's nothing between these 4, and it's quite interesting because the fastest guy is obviously the last one in the pile at the moment, so this will develop into quite a battle.
Gardner, nice, clean, fast entry onto pit straight once again. Johnson tucked in behind him, trying to get some aerodynamic advantage as he tucks under the wing of the Coca-Cola Holden. He's taking a few metres off him now in a straight line. He's going to try and duck out and get a run down the outside, but he'll probably run out of real estate down there if Gardner holds his line. Johnson getting very aggressive there, well and truly side by side, seeing him muscling the front of the Falcon in toward the corner. He's still side by side with Gardner. Just see the shadow on the wing mirror on the door. You couldn't have been closer than that.
Wow, I'm really surprised Scaife didn't get up the inside of Johnson in that move. They must be a little bit further back than they were.
Fantastic side-by-side racing from the 5-litre boys at Calder. Look at this hungry pack coming charging at the back straight. Lowndes coming into the picture too. He's up alongside Brock, and Scaife right out to dry on the outside of the track. Tremendous battle here for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. Look at them all in a row. Scaife's been overtaken by the HRT boys. They're on a real charge. Brock in front. Lowndes coming back. Lowndes had a damaged differential in that first race. That's what put him out. They've replaced the differential, but he's got a lot of work to do still.
And up in 3rd spot on the track, John Bowe. I wonder if he knows just how close Lowndes is getting to the front running now.
Well, look how close these people are, and there's Brock down around the outside.
Major slingshot from Brock in 05.
Straight past DJ.
Round the outside, side by side as they come out, as Dunlop race cam shows us again, these two Holden's going to go door to door into turn 2. No contact, very close. Johnson wants a slice of the action too. Turn 3, Brock gets a little bit sideways as Johnson gets a good launch out of 3 over the rise, through the flip-flop once again. Johnson applying a lot of pressure. A fabulous scrap here. Brock just gets a wheel out on the dirt as they come into the braking zone once again. Past the 50 metre.
There's a look at the inside. He could go around. Gathers it up.
Well, it looks like Brock has a ton of rear brake on there. Really got on the rear's lock. He got off them just in time to catch it. Brock's car looking very shaky. through the Shell S's that time around. Johnson giving us a perfect view, but look at the pack bearing down behind him.
That's 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th. How close can you get?
And Gardner's doing a very good job here. He has resisted 2 or 3 different cars. Bit of a dice at the back here. We've got Lowndes and Johnson going at it.
Lowndes. Just moves across to cover his territory. HRT boys in unfamiliar territory. I don't think they've been this far back in the tackle line.
Brock up the inside of Gardner there.
Saw that on race cam. Brock just sneaked inside Gardner there, so Gardner's copping up from both ends. Look at Lowndes now on the attack. Right up behind the Cope Commodore. Johnson now back. Oh, look at Scaife. Bounces the wheels of the Seeger Commodore up in the air. Right up in the air he was. So Gardner now feeling the pressure and the heat from the second of the HRT. Charged Jaw gets very sideways under power out of there. Swings it back up toward turn 5 for a quick run on the pitch straight once again. Fabulous racing. Holden, Ford, Holden, blowing each other's doors in.
Glenn Seaton still leads. Ingle second, Bow third, then Perkins, Longhurst, Gardner. Look at this.
Great run by
Craig Lowndes, big attack, got a great run out of the corner onto the main straight there, cleaned up Gardner in a straight line, so tremendous corner exit speed from the Holden Racing Team Commodore.
They certainly are putting the power down better than anything else out there at the moment, and poor old Dick Johnson, he's back behind Gardner to have another go now.
They are firing out of these corners, these HRT Commodores. It's a horsepower track, but you've also got to have the low-down traction to take advantage of that horsepower in a straight line. The HRT cars are doing a tremendous job. Dick Johnson in the heat, and look at Mark Scaife coming back at him again.
On the Shell racecourse, Seaton the leader, Ingle second, Bow is third, Perkins fourth, and Longhurst in 5th position.